Hello everybody. It's January 22nd, 2016, and welcome to another comic book haul video. It's been a real busy week in comics. A lot of hot variants and interesting new indie titles came out on New Comic Book Day. A few live shows also debuted on YouTube this week. Chris from We Love Comics debuted his first live show on Tuesday. He's hosting his live show every Tuesday at 8 p.m., so you definitely want to check that out. And he was also gracious enough to have me on his first debut show, and it was a great time. We talked about some of the interesting books that came out on New Comic Book Day, some of our favorite books in our collections, some of the movies and TV shows that we're looking forward to coming out later this year. And we also got to answer some of your comments and questions throughout the night. So, again, it was a great time. And if you didn't get the opportunity to watch his first show, please check it out on We Love Comics' channel. And please check out his next show on Tuesday, all right? So let's get to the comics. I really want to try to breeze through these books I got on New Comic Book Day because I want to get to the meat and potatoes of my haul. So the first book that I picked up on New Comic Book Day, we have Deadpool #6. This is the first appearance of Deadpool 2099. When I first saw this book, I was really contemplating whether or not I should purchase this. I really don't think anything special is going to happen with this character. The only reason why I kind of like the book is because it's an homage to the cover of Spider-Man 2099 #1. But really, most people purchase this book because of, just mere speculation. But I doubt anything will happen with this book. And I think people are starting to catch on that Marvel's just milking the crap out of Deadpool right now, at least until that movie comes out. But, for $4, why not? If it becomes a $15, $20 book, flip it and get something I really want. All right, so the next book I got is the first of the indie titles, the new indie titles that came out this week. It's called HeroCorp Knights #1. Haven't had the opportunity to read this yet, but it was highly recommended. This is an Overground Comic Books project written by John Hughes, who pretty much writes all the Overground Comics titles. And I believe he also did the art for this book as well. And the book has a relatively low print run, so it's something to look out for. The story was highly recommended. I'll probably read it tonight, maybe give you a review in the future. But if you haven't got this yet, please do. HeroCorp Knights #1. All right, the next book I picked up, we have De-Evolution #1. This is the Jay Lee Virgin variant. A lot of people show this book off on their New Comic Book Day hauls. I'm really a big fan of these Virgin covers. There are no titles or branding that interfere with the cover art, so you get a real full appreciation of the artist's work. And there's really, just want to show you, see, there's no branding or titles that takes your eye away from the artwork. And here, the artwork is pretty fantastic. All right. Now, the next book I picked up, I actually read last night, and I have to say I was pleasantly surprised by the writing. We have Man Plus #1. I won't give out too many spoilers, but just a little background. It takes place here in the year 2045, where pretty much all the world powers and their governments have been toppled down, and now everything is under the control of private corporations, including things that have classically been in control by the government, like our police stations and our fire stations, are now in control of private corporations. But for a #1 comic, it really did the job. I mean, the writer really set a great foundation in terms of introducing the scene and setting, introducing us to a really cool group of characters, and just really wanting you to know more, which is what you want from #1. So this is a book I highly recommend if you haven't picked it up yet. Man Plus #1. The other book I was really excited to pick up, because I'm a big Witchblade fan, especially back in the Michael Turner days. We have Devi Witchblade One Shot. This is the limited edition Greg Land cover. The interior panel work in this book is amazing. It's really, really, really stunning. There's some really awesome full page panels going on. And the writing's pretty good too. It's a fun story of Devi and Witchblade teaming up together to take on some demons in India. So another cool book that came out this week, Devi Witchblade One Shot. All right. So the next two books are definitely the books of the week. First one being from DC. We have Poison Ivy, Cycle of Life and Death #1. This is the Terry Dodson variant. Sold out within the first couple hours. This was out on the market, retailed for around 30, and you can still get it, you know, around retail price between $40 and $50. If you want to get like a 9.8, you'll probably pay around $50. But a book I haven't had the opportunity to read yet, but I'm excited to read tonight. And a really gorgeous Terry Dodson cover there. You have Harley Quinn in the cover as well. I'll show you, give you a little close up. Poison Ivy looks gorgeous there. And there's Harley Quinn in her Batman Adventures kind of look right there. Really cool book. All right, and then the next book, the other book of the week, was able to get a couple copies of these. We have Captain Marvel #1. This is the Adam Hughes variant. Stunning, stunning cover. I mean, if you just look closely, just look at all the detail, the flesh tones, the light reflecting off her outfit. Just a really gorgeous cover. I was trying to see on eBay if there was a virgin cover of this because I think that would be amazing, but haven't found it yet. But I sold one of these already, bought it for 30, sold it for 60, so I have to mail that out today. All right, so that's the end of the books. I got a new comic book day. Now to start out with the books I got from my private seller. I technically paid around $150 for these books, but I got these books along with another bundle together for $300. And I just asked him to put all the good stuff in the first bundle because I really couldn't help myself. I just really wanted to get those books and show them off to you guys. So the first book I got, nothing too crazy. I have a bunch of these. Legends #1, first appearance of Amanda Waller. Legends is a great series, but if you're into speculating, if anything, if Suicide Squad does turn out to be a huge hit, this book could jump up in value because Amanda Waller does have a huge role in the Suicide Squad ethos, so that's a cool book to look out for. Another book I picked up, Legends #5. Just kind of filling out my Legends run. Just an awesome Shazam cover right there. Nothing too crazy, but really like that Shazam cover. Okay, the next book that I got, we have New Teen Titans #26. First appearance of Princess Terra. Really next to Deathstroke and Trigon, like Princess Terra is probably one of my favorite antagonists of the Teen Titans. And I know that, the Teen Titans weren't picked up by TNT, but honestly, I think that's a blessing in disguise. Because once I heard Akiva Goldsman was writing it, I was like, oh man. I mean, you know what he did to the Batman franchise. I really don't have to say more. And when I heard also that they were replacing Beast Boy and Cyborg with Hawk and Dove, I was like, that's not the Titans. That's a completely other show in itself. But who knows? We have a Cyborg movie coming out, so maybe they'll incorporate the Titans in that way. All right, the next book I picked up, one of my favorite books in the New Teen Titans run. We have New Teen Titans #38, Who is Donna Troy? This is the origin story of Donna Troy, aka Wonder Girl. Really one of the best detective stories in the New Teen Titans run, where Dick Grayson finds out where Donna comes from, who her natural parents are. And there are a couple cool twists and turns in there, and pretty cool cover as well. So if you haven't read New Teen Titans Volume 1, obviously you might want to start at #1, but that book's a little expensive. So if you want to pick up a cheaper book that really shows, how great New Teen Titans is, pick up New Teen Titans #38. All right, next book I picked up, got another copy of this. Tales of the Teen Titans #44, first appearance of Dick Grayson as Nightwing. Again, Titans didn't get picked up by TNT, but if he ends up in a movie, it makes sense that he's going to be Nightwing because where we are in Batman versus Superman, Dick Grayson is Nightwing at this point. So, I mean, besides that though, great story, great George Perez cover. I have a few of these now, so I might get one of these signed and slabbed. If I can find George Perez. He really doesn't come to the Northeast that much anymore. He usually stays down in the Southeast, Southwest. Okay, so now we're going to get to a few late Silver Age, early Bronze Age books. First one, Avengers #59, first appearance of Scott Lang as the Yellow Jacket. Late Silver Age book, classic John Buscema cover. And it's not perfect, but the colors on this book are just, there's no color fade. The reds are really red. The yellows are really yellows. The blues are really blues. There's a little defect right there, but I can't really complain about that because this book, the corners are sharp, lays flat, and it's just a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous cover. Okay, the next book I picked up, really happy to get this as well because I think this is going to be unaffordable, I think, in a few months to a year. We have Fantastic Four number 53. This is the second appearance of the Black Panther, the first appearance of Ulysses Claus, and also, what people forget, this is the first appearance of Wakandan Vibranium, which has a huge role in the Avengers ethos. If you remember, Captain America's shield is made out of that vibranium, and there are tons of baddies that are after that huge source of vibranium. So really cool cover as well. Can't go wrong with the second appearance of Black Panther and the first appearance of his main villain that's going to appear in his first movie. So that's Fantastic Four number 53. The next book I picked up, really happy to get this. Early Bronze Age book, Amazing Spider-Man number 194, first appearance of Black Cat. I mean, I didn't have to pay that much for this book, considering, I got all these books for $150. It's a little bit warped. I don't know if it's how I can show you. If you can see, it's a little warped right there, but there's no color break. Corners look relatively sharp, so I'll probably get that pressed. Not bad. All right, so the next book I got in the haul, my final book, really excited to get this book. Everybody has their favorite Spidey books, be it the first appearance of Kraven or Morbius or Venom, but this book is at least in my Mount Rushmore of Spidey's very early Bronze Age book. Classic John Romita Sr. cover right here. We have Amazing Spider-Man number 121, The Death of Gwen Stacy. And just, besides this being a huge book in the Spider-Man ethos, the book itself is freaking gorgeous. I mean, again, no color fading whatsoever, very sharp yellows and reds and blues. The defects are very minor. There's a little bit of chipping right here in the bottom of the book, but very minor chipping. It's like 3 chips. Spine's pretty good. There's a couple dents that could get pressed out, but it's intact, no color breaking, and the corners are very sharp as well. So very excited to get this book. Definitely one of my keys. Unfortunately, my private seller didn't have 122, another book that I wanted, and now that I have 121, I need to have. So if anybody wants to work out a trade, has an extra copy of 122, because I don't want to take your copy. If it's the only copy you have, you should keep that. Please hit me up in the comments or private message me. So guys, thank you for watching the haul video. If you live in the Northeast, make sure you prepare for the storm. Get some foods that will not spoil after a couple days, that you don't have to heat up, like some cold cuts or something like that. Make sure you guys have salt and shovels, and that you stay in this weekend, because it's going to be a terrible snowstorm. All right, so everybody stay safe. Thanks for watching my video. See you next week.